Now we're going to do fifth position. You just saw the chart there. Remember, you can always go back in the video and pause it on that chart for a minute and try to see what's on there, you know, work through the shape. So this is in fifth position, and if you looked at the chart and you recognized it as a scale you already know, you probably know it as the minor pentatonic. Guess what, guys? The minor pentatonic and major pentatonic are the same shapes. Your root is just in a different place. And I'll explain that in the next lesson, scale of the week lesson, where I will talk about minor pentatonic specifically. So this is C major pentatonic in the fifth position, and the C, our root here, instead of being on the fifth string, third fret, is going to be the same note on the sixth string, which is the eighth fret. You need to use your pinky for this one. Okay? Now the whole shape shows a note here on the fifth fret. This is your A, but since our root is C, we're going to start here and end here. This is the shape. C, D, E, G, A, C, D, E, G, A, C, A, G, E, D, C, A, G, E, D, C, A, C. I got lost in the notes there for a second, the letters. So again, a little faster. Now, to clarify the difference between the minor pentatonic and the major pentatonic, I'm going to play a short little lick based, and I'm going to play a chord first, and you're going to see how they relate. So, if I play a C chord, a major chord, and then I play, that sounds like a major pentatonic lick. If I play a minor, A minor instead, and I play the same lick, but end on the A, now it sounds minor. So the scales are basically the same. It depends on where you focus your root, where the root is. Is it C or A? We're keeping it on C because this is a lesson on major pentatonic. So that was fifth position. Moving on to seventh position. Now we're going to move on to seventh position, which is the next position in the sequence here. We're going to, again though, start with our second finger instead of the first. We're not starting on this, would be a B. We want to start on the C, which is 8th fret. This is similar to how we did on the second position scale, where we started with our second finger on the C here on the 3rd fret, but we were actually fingering 2, 3, 4, and 5. So here we're going to be actually 7, 8, 9, 10, but starting here on the C on the 6th string. So we have C, D, E, G, A, C, D, E, G, A, C, D. Back down, C, A, G, E, D, C, A, G, E, D, C. Once again, I'm getting hung up on the letters. Again, a little faster through the scale. Okay, next is 9th position. Take 75. Not really, but I'm having trouble with this one for some reason. So, on the chart I said 9th position. I'm going to amend that. It's really more like 10th position unless you finger it a certain way, and I will show you that fingering too. This is the way I feel comfortable doing it. So, we're going to start with our first finger on the 10th fret. The reason I say 9th position is because there is one note that you have to reach with on the 9th fret. So even though we're going to start here, we're going to have to shift back. So basically we're starting on C on the 10th fret of the 4th string. We have D, reach back to the 9th fret for E, reach up with the 3rd finger for G, then you have A, pinky on C, D, E, D, C, A, G, E, D, C, and we're going to go farther down below, A, G, E, D, E, So there's our full scale. Let me do it again. Now, if you notice, my third finger stayed on this fret the whole time. My first finger stayed on this fret the whole time, except for when it had to reach back for the E. If this feels weird for you, there's two options that you have. You can start it the same way, C, D, E, reach with the pinky for that G, but then you have to shift back up here with the first finger, A, C, D, E, pinky again, and then back up to the third finger. Or you can start in second finger like we did in the ninth position here, like we did before on the other shapes. And you can go 2, 4, 1, 4, 2, 4, 2, 4. So that's a lot of second and fourth finger. It's a great exercise, but quite honestly, I feel much more comfortable with this in with the first and third finger. And if I were doing a lick or a run, I would probably choose to use those. However, you should practice it in different ways. One more option would be to start the same way. I'm sorry, on the C. When you get to the shift, using the pinky as well here. Pinky here, pinky here. 1, 4, 1, 4. Again, I'll do that. I screwed that up, so I'll do it again. 2, 4, 1, 4, 1, 4, 1, 3. 1, 4, 1, 4, 1, 3. I'm sorry, 4, 2, 4, 2, 4, 2, 4, 2, 4, 2. Now you can see I'm not very comfortable with that one. I almost always play it this way. Which is what I'm comfortable with. The last form is the octave of the C form that we started with. Now, the very first open extended form was also known as the C form because it's based on this chord. Let me add something to the whole thing here, and you'll notice at the bottom of each of those charts there's a letter and a form. So it says C form, A form, G form, E form, and D form. This is again based on something I touched on in an old lesson called the caged sequence, C, A, G, E, and D, and these are based on these chords: C, A, G, E, and D. And you ask, how does that apply to a C major pentatonic? Well, each shape that we did is based off one of those chord shapes. So we have C form here. Oops. There we go. We have an A shape here, if we take that A chord and move it up. I'll address this in another lesson if anyone's interested. We have this shape, which contains these notes. We have the G shape, coming from an open G and moving up. We have the E shape, which basically is from an E chord. If we move that up one fret, you get this familiar bar chord shape, which most people think of as an F, right? Well, this is really based off an E chord. So this E shape can be moved up to C. This is a C note. This is our root, so we can play this chord, and with this scale. The last one would be based off a D chord. If we move that up a fret, we get this shape, which can be translated up here to a C. And this is where we get this. The next place higher on the neck we can find a C is on the 15th fret. This is one octave higher than our open position C, 3rd fret. So the shape where here we include open strings, all those open strings are going to be transferred to the 12th fret. and we have this shape instead, which unfortunately I don't have a chart for you, and I'm sorry. But it is included in the big long chart of the whole fretboard. It's the top part where it says C form, at the highest point. So it goes like this: C, D, G, C, D, E, G, A, C, D, E, G, E, D, C, A, G, E, D, C. Let me play that again correctly. C, D, E, G, A, C, D, E, G, E, D, C, A, G, E, D, C. Go lower, A, G, E, G, A, C. If we move to open position, you can see the same thing here, an octave lower. I'm just not fretting the open notes. One more time compared to this. Okay, here's a little bonus material. I don't have these charted out, but this is a way to connect these pentatonic shapes to be able to move up several positions in one go. I'm going to start on the C on the 5th string 3rd fret, and this is a pattern. These are two patterns that use only 1st and 3rd finger and some shifting of 2 frets. When we get to the 3rd and 2nd string shift, you will see sometimes I have to move up a fret here almost every time, as a matter of fact, because of the relationship between the 2 strings. Otherwise, it's almost the same. It's the same octave shape. Let me break it down. We're going to start with this shape. So that's C, D, E, G, A. If I now go to the next string in the same position, I have a C. So I can do the same shape. C, D, E, G, A. Now I had to shift up a fret because of the tuning, but then I have this C, D, E. If I had another string, here would be our G and here would be our A. Now we don't have that, but we do have it down here, A and G. So the whole series would be G, A, C, D, E, G, A, C, D, E, G, A, C, D, E. So. Okay, notice that we started and ended with 1st finger. Now if we take this C and move it to the 8th fret of the 6th string, we can use the same shape. C, D, E, G, A. C, D, E, G, A. Move up 1 fret for the string shift between the 3rd and 2nd string for the tuning. C, D, E, G, A. So once again, one more time without the screw up. So, hope you enjoyed that. Hope it was informative enough. If you have any questions, please leave the question in a comment below. And I hope it helped. Enjoy.